Buenas tardes! That's right, good afternoon everyone, it's Mike from Sporting Communities and welcome back to another episode of Unite with Food and Play. That's right, can you guess what dish we're going to be doing today? A Spanish one. Now, when I go to Spain, go abroad, I always have this dish. You guys can probably guess it already. That's right, a paella. Preferably my favourite is a seafood paella. You know, with all the crab claws and sea urchins and... Is it squid actually? Yeah, squid. Those little squid things, not sea urchin. You know, paella with all those different colours and meats and seafood and... Oh, I love it. It's making me want to go on holiday now. But yes, so I'm going to be making the chicken, chorizo and prawn paella. Now, the recipe looks pretty easy and I thought, you know what, there's quite a lot of ingredient stuff, but when you look at it, there's actually not. There's like, we've got the chicken, chorizo and the prawns. Everything else I've just prepared super quick. Got the recipes here in front of me on my computer. I'm going to talk you guys through it. It's going to do a little short video, so I'll set my camera right here so you can see, you guys can see me, you know, creating the paella. My first time doing paella. Look forward to it. Shouldn't burn anything. But yes, so I'll quickly run you through the ingredients. So we've got 650 grams of chicken breast. Now you can use thigh. I think I used breast instead of thigh on another recipe I did before, so switched it around. But today, yeah, I think the recipe, you can use thigh, any kind of chicken, not really. I'm using breast. So yeah, 650 grams of chicken breast. They look like dice pieces, it's just naturally for me to cut them into dice shapes, unfortunately. I've got 150 grams of king prawns, okay? You've got your smaller prawns, they just go a little bit curly, don't they? You know, when they've been on the heat, they just curl up and, you know, can't really taste anything. So yeah, I've got the king prawns today, guys. And I've got, let's have a look, I think it was 150 grams of chorizo. Let's have a look. Yes, I was right. 150 grams of chorizo. Now I've just sliced it up, they're tiny. I've got my chicken stock, 1 litre. Okay, so I've just boiled my kettle. Okay, so I'm going to have my litre, my chicken stock, you know, all that kind of thing. Give it a stir. Voila. 300 grams of paella rice. That's right. Not basmati, not pillai, not whole grain. Paella rice. Looks a bit like rice pudding. Anyway, and I've got my 1 onion. I'd say onion in Spanish. Un onion. What was that? I think that's French. Never mind. Yes, 1 onion. I've also got my 100 grams of frozen peas already weighed out for me. I've got my smoked paprika, 2 garlic cloves finely chopped. Now, you know, chopping chopping garlic cloves, you know, they're not that easy. Some people use crushers. I've just chopped them as small as possible, then, you know, chopped and chopped again kind of thing. I think that's all the ingredients, guys. Chicken, prawns, rice, oh yes, and some olive oil. Okay, 2 teaspoons. I used a little bit more because I love oil, mate. I love oil. But yeah, oil's there. So, set the camera up and you guys can see me from step 1, start to finish. See you there. Okay guys, so welcome back. So, first thing, heat up your oil. I think the recipe says 2 tablespoons of oil. I used a little bit more. And we're just going to keep moving that chicken around for about 5 to 6 minutes until it gets nice and brown. Just like so. That's simple. Turn the heat up, Michael. What's going on? There we go. Thing is about these infrared cookers, right? Catches me out all the time. So, you know, I'll be, you know, standing there waiting for my pan to heat up, and it's, you know, it's the wrong hob. I know, yeah, silly, very silly. So right, so heat the oil in a pan, frying pan. Then fry the chicken over a medium-high heat for 5 to 6 minutes. Okay. Once that's done, we're going to add the chorizo and cook for a further 4 minutes. And obviously, once that's done, we're going to transfer all the meat to a plate like so. So chicken, 5 to 6 minutes to seal it, to brown it up, cook it basically. That's what I'd call it. Then add the chorizo, mix all that together. Okay, for another 4 minutes. So once that's done, transfer it into a dish. Step 1. That's the meat fried off, guys. As you can see, chicken, the chorizo, loads of flavour in there. You know, can't wait to put that back in. So, with the juices left from your pan, so I'm just having a mare with this cooker, 2 seconds. There we go. We're going to add in the onion. Okay, so onion first. Takes a little bit longer to cook than the garlic. So I'm just going to give it a little stir around. Soften it up, turn it a little bit brown. So stir this for about, you know, between 3 to 5 minutes, guys. And then until it like softens. And we're going to add the garlic and some paprika. And fry that for a further 1 minute. Okay, so my pan's nice and hot. And the onions are chopped really, really finely. So, no, this shouldn't take too long. All that flavour. Woo! I've changed my t-shirt, I reckon. Okay, so while that's quickly cooking, I've just boiled the kettle. So I'm going to take my kettle, boiling water, a litre. We need a litre for this 300 grams of paella rice. So, tell you what, that's not quite a litre, but I'll leave it there because I need to stir it. Ready to put my pot. Now, this is actually my first time I've done chicken stock. I've used it. I never used chicken stock, and I know that's where all the flavour is and stuff. And you know, some people are like, God, you've never used chicken stock before, right? Obviously, but no, I haven't. This is my first time. I think this is how you do it. I think you can just add it in, can't you, most of the time? So, you know, we're just going to get that. Hopefully, first time using it's going to work. So, just stirring it all around at the minute, guys. Obviously, I'll add that final litre of water in at the end. Okay, so I'm going to add in my garlic now, guys. Garlic's in. Paying attention to the onions, the garlic as well, making sure it's not going to burn. The amount of times I burn stuff, just like, you know, leaving it for a bit and it's like, oh God, something's burned. It adds that burn taste to your food and you're like, oh well, I've cooked it now, so I've got to eat it. I'm going to add that paprika in soon, guys. So yeah, so obviously add in the onion, pan fry that for 5 minutes until they start to soften. Add the garlic and the paprika, fry it for a further 1 minute more. Do that before we stir in the rice. Still got my meat here. Hopefully it won't disappear by the time I come to add it in. Looks amazing. So I'm just going to try and get this chicken stock going. Looks like it's on its way. I'm probably making a right mountain of a mold of this, if I'm honest with you. You know, some people who watch this video think, you know, just leave it, it does its thing. But you know, it's the first time I've used chicken stock, if I'm honest with you. I think that's all broken down now. It's got that nice chicken stock smell. So I'm going to add that final, well, I'd say 200 mils of water to make it a litre. We need a litre of water, guys, for the paella rice. Right, paprika time. So, just going to sprinkle some paprika in. You know, you want to add a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, that's fine, do it. Not going to stop you. I like to just add a little bit at a time. This pan I'm using, you know, I've had it for like 2 years. I've used it like every other day. I think it cost me £30 or something, one of them copper pans. But I hate to say, I think it's on its way out now. Probably throw it after today and get myself a new one. You can just tell because all the ingredients they just stick to it and stuff. And I find myself using more and more oil for instance, each time, just to keep it, well, keep the ingredients moving really, nothing sticking to the pan. So just a little, I've just added a little bit more oil, guys. I'm sure your guys, I'm sure your pans are better than mine. So we've got some nice flavour there. Okay, let's add that final 200ml of water. That should do it. Should go straight into the pan. Like I said, everyone's probably looking like, what are you doing? What are you doing like chicken stock? I'm just, I think this is how you do it, guys. But yes. So, garlic's done, onion's done, paprika's in. Feel free to add any more in whenever you want. So, stock's at the ready. Next thing we're going to do is add the rice. Rice here. It's on a medium heat, guys. Nothing's burning. It's on number 5, goes to 10, mine does. So yeah, I'd say medium, halfway, whatever you like. And stir that in, like so. Before we add in the chicken stock. Got a little bit dry at the minute, obviously it will do, dry ingredients going in. I'm not too sure why they say put the paella rice in first before the chicken stock. I thought I'd add a little bit of chicken stock then the rice, you know, just to, you know, keep everything wet in the dish. Not sure that's an issue. So, that's nice and stirred in. I'm going to add in the chicken stock, guys. Here comes the chicken stock. That's my cooker up on. Okay, so chicken stock's in. We're going to cook this for a further 25 minutes until all the water is absorbed. Okay, so you know, if you want to leave it, add yourself some tin foil on top of it, speed it up a little, can do. So 25 minutes, guys. All that rice has absorbed that water. See you shortly. Okay guys, welcome back. So, all the chicken stock's been absorbed. Very simple, 25 minutes, dead easy. Remember I told you about the pan? Oh, my pan's not too good to be fair. Right, this pan is going from today. I'll have a nice big new pan. Should have got myself one of them big paella pans. But yes, we'll just have to make do for now. So anyway, add the prawns and the frozen peas. So peas are going in. They were frozen about half hour ago. Never mind, eh? Add the prawns. So prawns, peas. Can you give that a mix around? All the ingredients together. This is where you can start throwing in your own stuff to season it if you want. Have some parsley, you know, some fresh lemon wedges, you know, to make it look pretty. Give it a bit of zing. And got a little bit more paprika. Just like so. Here comes the good stuff. That's right. The chicken and the chorizo. Starting to ask myself now, did I cook enough rice? Was there enough rice in it? So I'll tell you what, that's a lot of meat. So, mixing this all together, guys. try and get it as evenly as possible. My dish is absolutely solid, as you can see. Could have done with a bigger one. I guess we've just got to make do. So right, prawns are in, peas are in, chicken and chorizo are in. Want to cook for at least another 5 minutes more. Season, garnish with chopped parsley. You know, like I said, add your lemon wedges if you want to, if you're using them. I think the whole idea is to sort of get that look where it's like, you know, it's all bursting out kind of thing. But my main priority at the minute is getting all the ingredients evenly together. It's such a small dish. Well done, Mike. But looking good though, looking tasty. So what I'll do, guys, I'll just keep giving this another stir for 5 minutes. We'll stick this foil back on, get some heat to the prawns, you know, reheat that chorizo, that chicken, let it soak up all the spices, the chicken stock. You know, you can add your fresh parsley if you want to. I've got some jarred parsley here. Might throw some of that on towards the end. But yeah, dead simple, guys. First time doing my paella. I feel like I could do it again and do it even better next time. What would I change? Bigger dish. I've told you about 2 or 3 times now. Yes, bigger dish. The chicken stock and everything was okay. The recipes, adding frozen peas. I kind of let my peas defrost a little bit. Just, you know, forgot about it kind of thing. I used 1 litre of the stock. That was plentiful. I think if I was to change it next time, I thought, oh, you know what, I might just reduce, I might add in more prawn and reduce the chicken. I might use some fresh parsley next time. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that cook for another 5 minutes, guys. I think that should do it. As normal, guys, I will do a photo for you guys, show you the finishing recipe on a plate like I always do. The recipe, you know, you can try and serve as many people as you want to. It's quite a filling recipe, you know, rice, meats, you know, main course kind of. It's not like your snacks or anything. But yeah, I'd say at least between, what, 4 to 6 people this. I mean, you know, it depends how greedy you are. Depends how much, like me. Depends, you know, how much you want to get your money's worth for. But I've, yeah, get about 4 or 5 meals out of this, I reckon. Okay, guys, that's it. There's all the steps finished. Like I said to you guys, I'm going to leave this for another, between 4 to 6 minutes. Let it all heat back up again. Let it soak in all the flavours. Try and try and evenly mix all the meats, the peas, the prawns, everything. Might add some more seasoning. But yeah, dead simple, guys. The chicken, chorizo, Spanish pie, yalla.